Rosar's is officially open for business. How the community reacted to the new grocery store option in Pullman.
With Halloween coming to a close, a new season is right around the corner. All that and more coming up next on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening and happy November. I'm Ethan Kramer.
And I'm Brendan Jin. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Rosar's is officially open for business. Reporter Monique Ledesma went out to find out more.
After 16 months of waiting, Rosar's finally opened its doors back to the community. Community members expressed how convenient it is now for them that Rosar's is open.
Well, I'm very happy. I've lived here for 40 years. It's real nice to have stores at both ends of town.
It's really great because I live right up the road, so I don't have to drive across town to go to Walmart or Safeway.
Pullman Mayor Glenn Johnson had this to say about the opening.
Well, I think it's really important, especially for the north part of town, because we haven't had a grocery store operating since Dismore's closed down and sold to Rosar's.
The diversity in the different products and produce is what the community members are looking forward to the most.
Well, finding things that I'm not finding at the other stores.
They have a lot more of like the organic options as opposed to like Walmart or Safeway.
They have like a 2,000 square foot beer area and like 1,000 different brands of beer. Not that I'm saying everyone goes there and has beer, but there's some great things in the store and they've got great prices.
Rosar's president and CEO says this is their goal now that the store is open.
Our goal is to serve Pullman from a food and grocery standpoint like nobody else has.
Now, if you take a look around me, you can see Rosar just opened at 9 a.m. and their parking lot is already full. Sending it back to you guys at the studio, reporting in Pullman, Monique Ledesma, Murrow News 8.
There will be a status hearing tomorrow for Brian Koberger tomorrow morning at 10:30. The prosecution and defense will meet over Zoom, but the public can attend in Latah County Courthouse. The hearing will set a schedule for the review of all DNA evidence to determine which evidence will be kept secret. The FBI has returned to the University of Idaho to visit the house where 4 students were murdered last year. The special FBI team is trying to take measurements to construct a physical model of the crime scene for further investigation. The plywood over the windows and doors has been removed during the investigation but will be replaced once the FBI leaves. The U of I said they will destroy the home, but it won't happen this semester.
One former WSU fraternity and one current fraternity on campus are under investigation. Theta Chi has been under investigation since the death of 19-year-old Luke Taylor, who died last winter. The Whitman County coroner ruled that he died from suicide from intoxication due to combined effects of alcohol and bupropion. Luke's family issued a statement blaming hazing at Theta Chi for his death. Also, another fraternity on campus, Pi Kappa Phi, is under investigation for 3 incidents this fall. The pending charges include hazing, physical harm or direct threat, alcohol violations, and reckless endangerment. There's been a lot of uncertainty with the future of WSU athletics with all the changes involving conference realignment. WSU President Kirk Schultz released a statement yesterday about the recent changes to WSU and the Pac-12. Many people feel like their heads are spinning with all the changes in college sports. For me, more has happened in the last 2 years than the previous 20 years of my career around intercollegiate athletics. Schultz also details that we will need people to continue to be supportive, not just financially, but also by showing up to events.
The first snow has already fallen and people are getting ready to drive in icy conditions. Studded snow tires are officially legal in Washington starting today. Students are not excited about winter driving.
I mean, I don't really go out driving in the snow just because I think it's dangerous and I haven't had much practice with it.
Yeah, overall, I do feel like it is very, very dangerous to drive in the snow. I personally don't like it. And the main reason I really don't like it is because other people don't take it as seriously as I do.
When hitting the road, make sure you slow down while driving, check your headlights, have an ice scraper to clean off your windows, and in case of emergency, make sure you have a blanket to protect yourself from the cold.
Oh, thanks, Brendan, for that information. I'm going to have to start carrying my blankie around in my car.
I mean, you know, anything to keep you warm, you know.
Yeah.
It's a little too cold now. But now with the snow tires allowed on the road, Monique, is there any snow in that forecast coming up?
Thank you, Brendan. Well, there's no chance of snow tonight, but there is a chance of rain. There's a 30% chance of rain tonight. So if you're going to do anything, make sure you do it before the night falls because you might get rained on. So the high for today, we're looking at a high of 51 and a low of 40. And the wind speeds are 8 miles per hour today. Sending it back to you guys at the desk.
So WSU is working on improving diversity in their faculty and staff throughout a new program.
And one department at WSU is taking their work out on the town. We'll have more after the break.
WSU is working to better their diversity by joining the National Science Foundation Eddie Bernice Johnson Includes initiative. The changes by WSU is aimed to better the university's ability to recruit, retain, and support a diverse faculty.
Events celebrating and honoring Native American Heritage Month are taking place across the WSU system throughout November. There are many events ranging from meals, talks about Native American heritage, and film screenings revolving around the cultures and histories of regional tribes and Native nations.
The town and gown relationship between WSU and Pullman was on full display downtown. For 2 weekends, 6 shops offered window space in their storefronts to show off designs created by WSU Department of Apparel, Merchandising, Design, and Textiles. The showcase included 22 designs created by 19 different students. So, Ethan, that weather's been a little chilly around here, maybe consistent, said by some.
Yeah, I would say, weather's been a little consistent of late. I know some might disagree, but, I think maybe we're having some colder weather on the way.
Yeah, definitely. How's it looking over there, Monique?
Well, we talked about today's weather forecast, so let's take a look at tomorrow. Tomorrow's high is also a high of 51 and a low of 43. And there's going to be rain tomorrow as well. The wind speeds will be 7 to 10 miles per hour. And now let's take a look at our state map across the state. So over there in Seattle area, it is cloudy with, they have like mid 50s, low 50s too. And then in the Yakima and Tri-Cities area, you can see the rain is starting to come to Spokane and, let me get out of the way, Pullman, as tomorrow we'll get showers. Now let's look at that 5-day weather forecast. So, as you can see, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, it's cold, it's raining, it's pouring, and the old man might be snoring. So, across the 5 days, rain all around, with 50s all around too, with the 5-day forecast. Sending it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Monique. Well, Brendan, I think one thing she was saying is rain, rain, go away. That's what I'm hoping what happens.
I don't want any rain. So
yeah, no.
please.
So after the break, Austin will give us a breakdown on Cougar sports for the month of October.
And which players are still making the watch list despite a rough season coming up.
Well, happy November, everybody, and good riddance to October for WSU athletics. After a tremendous start to the season for Cougar Fall sports in the month of September, the month of October has not been as kind. WSU football was a perfect 4-0 in September, climbing as high as 13th in the AP poll, but the colder weather brought bad luck for the Cougs as they lost 4 straight in the month of October and are now in danger of missing a bowl game. For the Cougs in volleyball, they were 13-1 going into October and just 5-4 in the last month. Cougar volleyball is still in a great position for the NCAA tournament. For WSU soccer, they were 7-3 heading into the month of October, and they put up 2 wins, 2 losses, and 4 ties in the past month. So for all Cougar sports fans out there, flipping the calendar over to the month of November should be a welcome sight. Well, even though it was a tough month for Cougar football, quarterback Cam Ward has still continued to find success. On Tuesday, the junior quarterback was named a finalist for both the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and the Davey O'Brien Award. Ward is 5th in all of college football in passing yards and has accounted for 21 touchdowns on the year. Cougar football will be back in action this Saturday against the Stanford Cardinal. On the tennis courts, both Yura Nakagawa and FIFA Come Home took the individual titles this past weekend at the Gonzaga Fall Invitational. And both Nakagawa and Come Home combined for the doubles title as well. So at least WSU tennis found some success here in the month of October.
Thank you, Austin, for sports. Well, it's one of the most wonderful times of the year to some, but there's some disagreement on what exactly the festive season begins.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Well, Spooktober is officially over, which means that the debate for the start of Christmas begins. According to the studies from Spotify and Pandora, about 10% of people start listening to Christmas music on November 1st. So guys, when do you all start listening to Christmas music? Monique, what do you think?
Well, I mean, there's no Thanksgiving music, so of course you're going to have to listen to Christmas music. I'll tell you something, though. I bet my mom already took out her Christmas tree and is planning to decorate tonight for Christmas.
Oh, man.
What about you, Austin?
On November 1st?
Yeah, she's crazy about Christmas.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
I would say like around Thanksgiving, like week of Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving. That's when I would say it's acceptable. 2 months is too long. That's just my opinion.
I definitely agree. I'm with Austin, you know. I'm more of the one where I'm a big Thanksgiving fan. I don't want to just skip over it. I can't just go right to Christmas. You know, Thanksgiving deserves the time that it has on the calendar.
Yeah,
so.
no, I agree. I'm a just right after Thanksgiving, the day after, that's when you can start listening to that Christmas music.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I'm all for the tree going up early, but that's my thought on it. Well, that's Monique, Austin, Brendan. I'm Ethan. Have a great night.